place. On the last day of the world, I would want to plant a tree. What for? Not the fruit. The tree that bears the fruit is not the one that was planted. I want the tree that stands in the earth for the first time, with the sun already going down and the water touching its roots in the earth full of the dead, and the clouds passing one by one over its leaves.
I had 5 months with William before he died. I always wanted to ask him about the idea of hope. And then on the day that we buried him, I read something about hope that totally changed my thinking about it. Hope is something that leaves to someone else the work that needs to be done. So then I came back to this place and I thought, this is an utterly hopeless place. This is a place that is about living your care for the world and expressing it in your every action. And that's your superpower in this natural world. This is kind of the heart of the garden, down here in the valley, where William kind of orchestrated his days. He would wake up, have his tea, and meditate for 45 minutes, and then write all morning. And then in the afternoon, he would come down this path and spend his time here at the potting shed, potting all these little keiki palms that are here in the shade house. I see our work as a testament to what can happen when one person's care for the world is put into action. I can imagine this being the site of new work by poets, writers, scientists, policymakers, thinkers of all kinds, whose thinking transcends disciplinary approaches to looking at our world and helps us see what's possible in new ways. When William first came here in the late 70s, he describes this land as being like a dirt road. It was designated as agricultural wasteland. We spent a lot of time removing invasive species, the Christmas berry, and trying to plant native species. Just nothing would grow. So he came with no master plan, but a deep curiosity about how he could beckon life back into being. And he planted a Pichardia, and it seemed to do well. A native palm, a lolu. And here we are now, 5,000 palms later, 44 decades later. And we are standing in the living example of what one single person can do as an expression of care for the world. Something I've really been sitting with lately is something I came across in William's writing about his initial experience with this place. And he said, when we have reached a point where our kind is steadily destroying the rest of life on Earth, And some of us are anxious not to do that. Our relationship to the earth begins to be that of a gardener to a garden. What would you do if you were charged with the well-being of a piece of land for a number of years? We're conserving a singular place, but we're also conserving the way of being that gave that place renewed life. Trees. I am looking at trees. They may be one of the things I will miss most from the earth. Though many of the ones I have seen already I cannot remember, and though I seldom embrace the ones I see, and have never been able to speak with one, I listen to them tenderly. Their names have never touched them. They have stood round my sleep, and when it was forbidden to climb them, they have carried me in their branches.